Okay, so for this video we're going to look at how to crop an image using the Photoshop software. I've just got a basic photograph up here of some pens that I shot a while back for one of my commissions, and one of the main things that I wanted to do with this was actually crop it because there's an awful lot of space around the object that is just sort of getting in the way, and I wanted to emphasize the writing and the fact that it goes nice and soft towards the back using the depth of field. Best way to emphasize this is by using the crop tool. Now, to use the crop tool, you obviously need to know where it is. It's actually located on the left hand side within all of these tools. Now, if you click here, you'll actually see that this is the crop tool. If you hold your mouse over and wait for a few seconds, you'll actually see that it comes up as you just saw then. There you go. Just make sure that's clicked. The second that you've clicked it, you'll actually have this box up here around your image. You'll always go around the outer border of your image. This is basically showing you where you are trying to crop from. Now you'll notice that the mouse has actually changed in orientation. It's no longer an arrow, and it's actually saying that you have the crop tool engaged. If I move to the corner, you'll actually see that it changes to directional arrows to show what kind of motion it's going to bring in, as you can see there. Now, with using the crop tool, it has a couple of characteristics that you can portray or instruct it to behave. The main one is located up here on top, and you've got unconstrained and original ratio. Now, what original ratio means is that you're going to keep the ratio of this photograph. Okay, so if I crop any position, it's going to keep that ratio. I can shrink it down, but the ratio is always the same. If I use the unconstrained, I can actually move it any way that I want. I can square it off, I can make it panoramic, I can pretty much do whatever I want with it, okay? So for this one, we're going to say we're going to use the original ratio, okay? Now if I press and hold in this top corner and drag down towards the pens, you can see that it's shrinking down, and when I release, the outer area from the box starts to get darker. Now this means you're obviously cropping out this part of the image. Now if I grab down the bottom corner here, same again, click and hold, bring it up, it will shrink straight down there, okay? So everything around it is now darkened off, and you've just got this part of the image showing. Now I'm happy with the size of the crop, but I'm not exactly happy with the position. If I click and hold in the middle and then move the mouse, everything will highlight again, so you can clearly see round the outer, but you can reposition where the crop is going to take place. Just let go now and you can actually see that it's going to do that. Now I've got this little bit down here, so I'll just crop it a little bit more. There we go. Now everywhere is clearly just showing the pens. There's no more table showing. Now when you've done this, as long as you're happy, you can come up here and you've got three options. You can revert back to the original settings and it just brings the crop all the way around to the outer border originally again. You can cancel the tool because you may have changed your mind, maybe it wasn't working the way you wanted it to, or you can select the tick, which means that you're happy to commit to this crop. Now we're going to go for that because I'm pretty happy with this. And there you go. Now, this can be magnified just to make sure that you're happy with everything. And there you go. There's your image nicely cropped. Now, if you want to have a view of your image without all of this hanging around, you can actually press the tab key on your keyboard and it will give you a preview. If you want to get the tools back, press tab again and you'll be able to continue editing.